Hey guys, it's the Macintosh Guide and I'm back again with another video. Now, today's video is going to be about the 6.1 Mac Pro again. As you guys probably know, this is my favourite Mac Pro machine. It's just incredible to look at and it's a beast. It's still a beast for today's standards. Now, I recently upgraded this machine to Mac OS Big Sur. And I can upgrade this all the way to Monterey, which is still going to be supported until 2024. So the machine's obviously going to be around 11 years at that point in terms of support. So that kind of made me think that this machine came out in late 2013. What if we went back to the original operating system, which was OS X Mavericks? Now, I believe late December 2013, it shipped with 10.9.2. However, we can find installers which are 10.9.5, the latest one for Mavericks, and just see how performance is from back then. So, grab a seat, guys. This is not going to be another long video, and yeah, let's just go through the adventures of getting this machine back onto Mavericks. I'll see you guys in the next section. So before I even could do anything, interesting revelations. So for some reason, with my RGB keyboard, I cannot boot into the internet recovery mode where I can erase the drive. I have now whipped out my Apple keyboard, Magic Keyboard. So let's see if this works. Now it's going to be a bit difficult for me to hold the camera and do this, so I'm going to do this off camera, and then hopefully I can boot into recovery, and then I'll go on from there. Okay, so we've got the Apple logo, and this is me just holding Command R, by the way, guys, nothing else. Because it's booting up a bit slowly. Oh, screen's gone off. Screen's gone off again. It's definitely thinking about it, and the bar has reset, so this should now hopefully go to internet recovery. If we're lucky. Yeah, boom, there you go. So I just need to enter my credentials. Actually, I guess not. I guess we don't. So disk utility, guys. This is important. So a lot of people get confused in this screen. What you need to do is you need to go into View, Show All Devices, and then you'll see a bunch of information here. Now, the one that we're concerned about, so I've got an official Apple SSD that came with this Mac Pro. You just need to click on the actual disk, erase. Now, this is also very crucial. So APFS was introduced after, I believe, Sierra or High Sierra. Now, this, if we reset this drive right now and we keep it as APFS, the earliest version I believe it will go up to is High Sierra. Now, if we change this to extended journaled, let's just name it as Mac Pro. This does not mean it's going to go all the way, but it's now going to give me an internet version of Mavericks. It doesn't work. You can't get an internet version of Mavericks anymore, which is silly, but that's the case. So erase the drive. It's creating the partition. So while this is happening, guys, basically I obviously had Mavericks that came with the machine. It came to a point where I can't actually get that download anymore. So I will show you guys in the next video, in the next part, sorry, of what I had to do to be able to get the version, and I'll link everything in the description. But yeah, I had to get an uploaded version of Mavericks, and yeah, we can see if that works for the machine. So yeah, as we've now reset the machine, I am going to make the bootable drive. And I'll show you guys how to do that as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next
Switched
section.
over to my MacBook Pro 2019. Yes, I'm running Catalina. I know, guys. As you guys probably know, I love Catalina. It's the most stable OS, I believe. That was released by Apple in the last couple of years. Okay, so all we now need to do is get a USB drive that is bigger than 8 gigabytes. And we're going to do the following thing. So the first thing you want to do is you need to connect that USB drive, open up disk utility. So you can see my drive's right here. It's Untitled. All you need to do is just click on Erase and name it as whatever you want. So in this case, I just want to name it as Untitled. Leave it as macOS Extended Journaled, and leave the scheme as MBR, which is the master boot record. Click Erase, and in a couple of seconds it should erase, and it should give us a done message. It shouldn't take that long. It just depends on your drive and how big it is and stuff. So there you go, look, that's done. So this drive over here is now formatted and it is clean, so we can now use it. So now we need to get the Mavericks version. Mavericks, you can't get a link from Apple. So I will show you what I mean. So if I go to google.com and I type in download Mac OS versions, and we click on the first site, Apple has Lion, Mountain Lion, but there's a reason, there's just no Mavericks here. It just jumps straight to Yosemite. These will open up I believe these will open up a download DMG file. The rest will open up on the App Store over here. So we can see that, oh, hang on a minute, there is no OS X Mavericks. We can't install Lion or Mountain Lion because it wasn't released when the Mac Pro was out. So can't install this version of these two. We could install Yosemite, but we want to obviously try Mavericks. So how do we get Mavericks installed on this machine? Well, the guys at All Mac World, they have versions of macOS available. Now, I'm not condoning any piracy or anything like that, guys. It's just macOS Mavericks was free version that was released by Apple. They have the free version available. I cannot find it in my purchased history. It only shows me the beta, because I was beta testing at that time back in the days. You just search it up, Mac OS X Mavericks. It's the first link here. Click on it. Scroll down. It will show you about Mavericks back in the days. And then click on the download button. Now it should open up a new page. And then just click to proceed. Now I'll open up a zero upload page. And don't fall for all of this stuff, guys. This is obviously just ads on the page. And then we have to just wait 7-6. All these, the remaining seconds. And then the download link should become available. There you go. So click download, view now. Click X on the ad. And it should, I guess in this instance, it didn't open the download up for us. Let's just wait again. I guess you'll always have a fail in a video no matter what. So click on download now. There you go. So it started downloading. It'll take a couple of minutes depending on your internet connection. And yeah, once it's done, you'll see it in your downloads folder. Now I've already got a version downloaded prior to the video. So let me just cancel this one. And you can see in my downloads folder I've got a version here. Ignore this one. This is the one I tried earlier, but it didn't work. So this one definitely works from All Mac's World. So that's us now having the version that we want, so 10.9.5. And now the next section, what we'll talk about is how are we going to get that installed onto the drive. So we'll be back shortly just for that. Mavericks in our downloads folder, all we then need to do is just click on it so it can open up the DMG. And then all we do is we just drag and drop it into the applications folder. And it should copy over. I didn't do it because I've copied it earlier and I've got it available right here. So once it's copied over into your applications folder, What we then need to do is open up terminal. Let me just make the terminal window a bit bigger. And we then need to enter the following command. So I will post this in the description, but we just need to copy this command over, paste it over here, press enter, type our password in, press enter, and we should start seeing the disk being erased, and the percentages will carry on until 100%, like it has over here. You guys might also see a pop-up show up that will say, do you allow terminal to access your downloads folder or the removable disk? Click allow, as this is crucial for it to continue installing, to create the installer bootable disk for us, so for Maverick. So yeah, that's just vital, guys. Just make sure you click allow, and then it should finish up quite soon. So I'll come back when this is finished to show you what it looks like. It's now finished making the installer, so let me just eject this, and we can see on our USB is created. If I right click on it and click on show package contents, shared support, and we see the two main files that have been installed within this folder. So these are the two key files to make sure that the OS shows up. Now that we've have this ready, it's just a matter of unplugging it from this machine, sticking it into the Mac Pro, and yeah, then praying that it works. So I will now switch over to my phone, and yeah, let's get to the next phase.
So let's try this now. So press the power button on the Mac Pro, holding down the options key, and let's just hope that it works. Boom! Install OS X Mavericks. So don't think my mouse is working yet, but we should just be able to press enter on it. I wonder why my mouse is not working. But they should take just a couple of seconds. We can see the spinning icon right here. Oh, black screen. Does my mouse works, guys? My mouse is working. Is Mavericks disk utility or install Mavericks screen going to show up? Yes! Alright, so success. Let's just make sure that the drive is being read, because that's important. Oh no, guys, I really missed this one. I really missed this old disk utility page. There you go. It says right here, I've got a 1TB Apple SSD. I've also got a 64 gig SanDisk drive, but obviously I've got 62 gigs available. Let's click out of this and click on install OS X Mavericks. So press continue. And press continue here. We agree. Sorry, it's just not focusing the greatest. And sorry guys, just trying to get this to focus better. Click on install. This will take a while, because there you go. It says about a minute. Ooh, what's this? A copy cannot be verified. It may have been corrupted or tampered with during downloading. Ooh, we seem to be facing our first hurdle. Let me come back and see what's going on. So after doing a bit of research, I figured out what the problem is. So when Mavericks came out, it was back in 2013. We're now all the way in 2023. 10 years, nearly 10 years after when the OS came out. Now, it seems to be a date issue that the machine seems to be failing at. So I was able to pull up an article from Techion, where they list some of the options that are available. So they obviously suggest going into terminal, typing in date to figure out what date it's showing up, and then obviously changing it to the most current date. Now, I tried this, it didn't work. However, there's an interesting suggestion by someone called Port here, and what they did is they changed it back to 2013. So, if I open up terminal on this machine and I type in date space 11011. Oh, it seems like the camera doesn't like it. 11635 2013. So now the date is showing Friday 1st November at 4:35, but 2013 instead. So if we now click X on here, quit out of terminal, click on install Mac OS X again, continue, agree, the Mac Pro, install, we shouldn't see that date error happen anymore. So if we just wait a couple of seconds, about 4 minutes. So before, instantly we would see the error message pop up, but now it's going through absolutely fine. So if you guys ever face this issue, it's the date. You just need to change the date back by a couple of years. In this instance, we had to change it back to around when the Mac Pro was released. Yeah, so once this is finished installing, guys, I will meet you guys at the setup screen for OS X Mavericks. Just a little update, guys. It's now showing me the install OS X screen, so it's about 11 minutes left for this to be done, and then hopefully it's booted into Mavericks. So guys, we have achieved success. Let's just go through the setup phase. British, these are some of the networks. I'm going to continue without internet for the time being, if it allows me to skip the option. Oh, beach ball. Don't transfer. Agree. Yep, I agree. Mac OS. Let's name this as Mac Pro. Oh, missed the A. And that should transition over. And let's just keep the password something. There you go. So let's click continue. And this should now show us setting up your Mac. So interesting enough, guys, this is what I always found weird. It's a Mac Pro, but you're showing me an iMac screen, or the old Apple Smart Display. But if I zoom out a bit, ta-da! We are now running OS X Mavericks. So let me just pull it up. Boom! There you go. So it's registering. The RAM's registering. Let's see if the... Oh, there you go. I missed this. There you go. So it's showing up, but everything's correct. The D700s, the version, the serial number, everything is absolutely correct. SSD's obviously been recognized. The external drive's been recognized. We have a successful version of OS X Mavericks, guys, on a 2013 Trashcan Mac Pro. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to install some applications, and then we'll just have a little conversation about Mavericks, and yeah, we'll go from there. So guys, I believe it should be recording now. Mavericks is a bit different. It doesn't give you that many options when it comes to screen recording. So yeah, now we've booted into Mavericks. I just had a little play around, and a couple of interesting things, guys. So the first thing is at the top. It says upgrade to macOS Monterey. So you still get this pop-up message even on Mavericks, which is, I find quite crazy, to be honest. But hey, that's there. Let's just click on not now for now. As you can probably tell, I changed my wallpaper. So if we go into system preferences, oh, look at that. Classic icons, guys. Everywhere, even the dock, classic icons.
if we click on, let's just say desktop on screensavers, obviously this is the default Mavericks one, we'll change it to, but so many, like the mountain lion, some of there's some amazing wallpapers from back in the day. So let's just change it back to Mavericks. Let's just go back and just see. So yeah, the layout was very different. The old iCloud icon, a lot of the setting. This version of System Preferences was live until Ventura came out, and Ventura is probably one of the worst layouts I've seen Apple introduce. But this was easy. This made it quite usable. You can find everything quite quickly. Mac OS always had better visibility for options and stuff than I would say than Windows. Windows wasn't that great in terms of visibility. Another thing, guys, when I opened up Safari for the first time, it was being really weird. So when I typed in google.com, it would tell me that it couldn't recognize the site, and if I wanted to view the certificate or not now or just continue. I then found out that I went to the App Store and there was some updates pending for Safari for 9.1.3, I believe is what's installed. Yeah, that automatically fixed the issue, and now I don't see that message anymore. But if I went on to youtube.com, the message, there you go, straight away it just doesn't want to work. We'll type it again on Google. There you go, Safari web content quit unexpectedly. And then it gives us the entire error log of it. But it seems like YouTube doesn't work. It just constantly crashes and just gives us the same Safari quit unexpectedly. Let's see if we can download another web browser. So let's see if we can get a version of Firefox installed. There's the message, can't verify the identity of the website. Let's continue anyway. I don't know if this version of Firefox is even going to work. I'm pretty sure we're going to need an older version of Firefox. Let's just double check. What is? Oh, it doesn't even want to work. I'm 100% sure, guys. This version, the newest version of Firefox, will not work on Mavericks. I mean, I could be surprised and it could work. I believe Chrome needs an older version to work on this OS as well. Yeah, there you go. So Firefox won't work. Well, even for me to find, Google Chrome just says it right here. This computer will no longer receive Chrome updates because macOS 10.6 to 12 are no longer supported. So even if I download it, it's not going to work. I have to find an older version of Chrome somewhere, which I'll do off camera. But it seems like Safari is somewhat unusable. You can't go on YouTube or anything, so clearly that isn't working anymore. I highly suggest not using Safari if you're booting into if you're going to be using Mavericks. The App Store. Let's just have a look. So I'm pretty sure it will not allow me to. There you go. We could not complete your purchase. Null can't be installed on Mac Pro. It's interesting. It says null as well, but it does say I need version 11 or later. Let's see if we can go into my history. So these are all the apps I've purchased according to Apple. I wonder if it allows me to install just an older version. Nope, still doesn't. Yep, could not complete your request. I'm pretty sure, however, I can get an older version of... Aha, there you go. So the Apple iWork suite, I can get an older version. This is probably going to take it's 195 megs, so it should hopefully download quite quickly. But it will be a very old version of iWork, which will be quite funny to see. But a lot of the newest apps, none of these apps are probably going to work. So app support out of the window. You're probably not going to get a lot of support out there for that. But in terms of like stability, guys, this thing, Mavericks, it came with the Mac Pro. It works flawlessly. No issues anywhere with it. yeah, it's really quick, but I believe it's even still quick in the newest OSs as well. Let's just open up charting basics. Yeah, it guys, it works. It's not, you can still do your productivity stuff without an issue if you're going to use iWork. But yeah, let me go off camera. Let me see if I can get a version of a browser installed that we can still test YouTube and stuff on. So I'll be back shortly. Guys, after searching the realms of the internet and just not being able to use Safari on Mavericks at all, I had to switch to my iPad and look for some solutions. And for Chrome, I couldn't find Chrome version 67, which seems to be the last supported browser for Mavericks. However, I was able to find Firefox version 78, which is an ESR build. This is not supported anymore. I believe the latest ESR version is 107 by Firefox. So clearly we're already 3 years behind in updates for a web browser. But surprisingly, everything works. So if I go to YouTube, we can see the page. Videos do work, guys. Videos actually do work. I played a video earlier and it worked absolutely fine. So yeah, it works fine. Everything is good and dandy. There's not an issue with using Firefox ESR. Would I suggest? Would I suggest it in reality compared to Firefox? A bit compared to Safari? 100%. 100%. I would suggest using Firefox version 78 ESR. But in the long term, if you're going to use this Mac Pro as a server or something along those lines, or use Mavericks using Mavericks as a server option, then clearly you're not really going to care about this. Sorry, this is just a break in editing. Something weird, and I wanted to show. I wish I showed you guys earlier. If you go to apple.com and you click on any page, let's just say Mac. I clicked on store. There you go. This is the issue. So it comes up. Apple don't allow you to access their own website because of your browser. So it says upgrade your browser to buy from apple.com. Apple don't want to take my hard-earned money because I'm using Safari 9.1.3. Apple, come on. What if I want to upgrade from this machine from running, and I'm still running Mavericks from day one? I can't do that, guys. But I just found that a bit funny. Let me just check if I believe Firefox should be fine. I don't think Firefox would have an issue. Apple.com. Let's go to the store. Yeah, and it works absolutely fine. No issues. It's flawless. So yeah, I just found that a bit funny that Apple don't allow you to purchase items from their store by using Mavericks version of Safari. Yeah, just a little funny. But you can access the site. You just can't shop. So yeah, it's just a little odd thing I wanted to add to the end. Yeah, let's just open up some of the old applications. So mail. I tried to add my email address and it worked, but obviously for the video I removed it straight away. It does seem to work, but it seems to be a bit fiddly. I tried to send myself some test emails. It took a long time for it to come through on the Mac Pro. Contacts, it's contacts at the end of the day. But you can see the design change, the change in design from Mavericks to what we currently have. There's a major change. I actually liked the old layout of macOS. I'm not really a fan of the new one, of the squared shaped icons and stuff like that. I'm not really a fan of that. However, it's obviously the way Apple is approaching things. They want to unify their operating systems and make them look similar to each other. But yeah, I preferred this type of layout. I feel like this was all much better to view. iMessage and stuff. I don't really want to log into iMessage because I've got messages always coming in and out. I don't have a camera connected to my monitor, so I can't really show you FaceTime or anything. But yeah, it's just a standard screen. Now, Apple Music isn't a thing yet on Mavericks. I did sign in and nothing really had happened. Yeah, you don't actually get any Apple Music support on this. It's only in the later versions that Apple Music is a thing. So right now it's still got the good old iTunes. Everyone loves iTunes, as we all know. Everybody loves iTunes. So there's that in terms of iTunes. iBooks. I don't know if the store actually still works. It might actually still work. I mean, it's loading up things. That's for sure. Let's just go with Prince Harry's new book. I'm pretty sure if I buy this, it will show up. $13.99. No, thank you. It does seem to the store does seem to work absolutely fine. Doesn't seem to be any issues. Oh, you've requested is not currently available in the UK. I don't know why that happened. I presume it's because I clicked on New York Times. So yeah, iBooks seem to work. App Store we already saw. System preferences we already saw. And then obviously I'm recording with QuickTime Player. So to just give you another view of some of the stuff. This layout is still the same in the current Mac OS. It's just design changes. It's just appearance changes. Sorry, that we're seeing. But yeah, I mean there is a vast difference. It obviously looks majorly different to what we currently see. It works absolutely fine. I'm actually my Mac Pro is surprisingly very cold and surprisingly usually it would be warm to the touch, but right now in Mavericks it's cold. Not even the fan is being minimal. It's not even like throwing out any warm air. So performance wise on Mavericks, flawless. Now what I want to do in the next few videos is go through each operating system and see how it performs on this Mac Pro, and also to see the support. How is it supported? What OS is the best option for you to run on your Mac Pro 6.1, or if you're choosing an operating system in general to stick with. I know there's loads of 3.1 to 5.1 Mac Pro users who use OCLP and stuff, but they use High Sierra. Some stick to Mojave. You know, stability is key for users. You know, there's some studios out there for music production who don't even update. I know several people who still run High Sierra till this day. But yeah, next couple of videos I want to show off some of the operating systems on this machine, how performance is, and then I also want to show you Windows support on these machines and how Windows performs. But yeah, guys, stay tuned. Thank you for watching this video. It's the Macintosh Guide. If you like the video, leave a like and a subscribe. Comment if you've got anything to comment about. But yeah, I will see you guys in the very next video. Cheers.